Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a lip swatch video. I have some formulations that I wanted to share with you guys, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of go through. I have 3 different formulations, and I have the Clé de Peau liquid lipsticks. What are they called? The Rouge liquid, the Radiant Liquid Rouge. I also have the Artist Rouge Cream from Makeup Forever. Oh, look at that color. Oh my gosh. So I have like quite an interesting selection of colors. And then I have the Charlotte Tilbury, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on her most recent matte lipsticks that she launched. I'm drawing a blank as to their names. I have the color names, but I just totally forgot the actual name of them. Hair at my face. Okay, so I learned, and I started with wearing one of the colors today so that I could save my lips from one, extra swatch. And this is the Clé de Peau, the Radiant Liquid Rouge in shade number 11. So has a really nice kind of applicator, kind of a doe foot applicator, and I would say it's definitely a liquid lipstick, but definitely has some shine to it, so maybe like a mix between a liquid lipstick and maybe a gloss, but the texture feels so creamy. And this is not normally a color, I mean it's peachy, but it's definitely like a brighter peach, so it's not something I typically would wear, but I actually really, really like it. And I thought it really kind of paired nicely with the blush and everything that I had on today. So this is shade number 11. All right, moving on to the next shade from Clé de Peau is number 12, which is kind of like a deeper rose. So this is a little bit browner and a little more orange, but the texture is so silky. That's what it is. That's a good description. It's very silky. And I like that the applicator is somewhat pointed at the top because it helps to give helps to line the lips pretty well. And there were actually quite a good couple of good nudes in this collection. So this would actually be a really gorgeous fall color. And I think that it's definitely a little bit richer than a typical nude, but that obviously depends on your skin tone, because on me, it's going to be a little bit richer, so it's going to be much deeper against my fair skin, but on someone who has slightly darker skin, this could be a really beautiful nude. But I can definitely see this worn in the fall. It's definitely like a gorgeous, kind of a brick, it's a little bit of like a brick color, but not so red, so it's definitely a little bit more wearable. And this was number 12. All right, the next shade is the Clé de Peau number 14, which is definitely more of a Barbie pink. Oh yeah, this is corally pink. This is, I don't know, for me this seems a little more like a summer color. But I guess, what colors like this are great for? If you want to kind of brighten up a lipstick that's too dark. So if you have, let's say, a fall color and you're like, that's a little too kind of maybe muddy or dark or something like that, really taking a bright color like this, which I don't know how bright it looks on camera, but in person it is a really kind of like a neon-ish coral pink. It's kind of maybe not too neon. I always describe it that way. I would say like more of a candy coral, like a candy coral, candy pink. But I would say this would really be good mixed with something that's kind of like muddy or too dark to kind of brighten it up, especially for the fall. So this is number 14. All right, the final color I have is number 17, and it's this gorgeous red. Oh, I already know I'm gonna love this. How beautiful. Oh yes, 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 yes! This color, just stunning. And this is a lot bluer than I typically go for. And I just got it all in the corners of my mouth. I tell you, applying lips on camera is like much more difficult than you think. Okay, just kind of touch up there. You guys get the drift. Oh, and then it get all over my teeth. That's nice. Ah, that's pretty. Oh, it's all over my tongue. It's all over my teeth. It's a gorgeous red, but it's high maintenance. That's probably just because of the thick liquid kind of texture of it. But that color is such a beautiful red. Now it looks, I'm looking into the camera, a little screen over here, and it looks a little orangey, which I love. But in person, it definitely has a little more blue than orange to it. But I think this is such a beautiful, beautiful red. And it is still getting on my teeth, so just make sure you check that. But the texture feels almost a little bit drier than the other 3 nude shades, which I think is kind of interesting. But it's nice. It's definitely, it's a fuller coverage. This texture is definitely, the whole family range is definitely a fuller coverage, but not full coverage like a matte liquid lipstick. It's definitely a step up from, let's say, a lip gloss, but it definitely, you know, has nice pigmentation to it. So you'll definitely be able to, and I have a feeling that this color will probably stain the lips slightly. So there probably is some, you know, long wearing ability with this, though obviously compared to like a matte liquid lipstick or matte lipstick, it's not going to last as long. But I adore this color. This is shade number 17. All right, moving on to the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. Why am I drawing a blank as to what these names are? It's the ones that's named after all the actresses and everything like that. Having a blank, drawing a blank on camera. It's okay, that's why I link everything below. And so I have 4 shades, and I have some bold shades, and I have some neutral shades. One of them is very, very neutral. It was very popular, but it is a little too neutral for me, and that one is Kim KW, which we all know is after Kim Kardashian West. And this is a total her color, but I feel like with her skin tone, it works really well on her. On me, it is a milky, milky nude. And, I mean, this is nude. The texture, though, is a matte, but a very, very creamy and comfortable matte. And the bullet is nice because it has like a little slant to it. So that is really nice to kind of go around the lips and really is quite easy to apply. So that is Kim KW. This I would recommend if you love colors like this. I mean, it's actually kind of growing on me. I would need a lip liner underneath to like deepen it, or I would need to layer this over something a little bit deeper. But the finish is quite nice. A lot of times with colors like this, like a milky nude, I'll see my lip lines, and it really can enhance any type of lip imperfections that you can have, like NARS Turkish Delight Gloss. You guys have that gloss? I fell in love with that gloss because, I don't know, I just loved it. It was like, oh, it's the perfect nude. But when I wear it, it literally shows all the lines on my lips. Not cute. So this is Kim KW. Oh, like I was saying, when you wear something like this, I would definitely recommend going for like a smoky eye when you do something like this. But, I mean, I guess it depends on your skin tone and that sort of thing. But I do love like a really milky nude lip with like a more smoky eye. So again, this is Kim KW. Next we have Super Cindy. Guessing that's after Cindy Crawford. This is a little more of a bricky peach. Like it has some brown to it. But really beautiful. Definitely more, like I said, a more browny peach. So I typically don't go for colors this brown. So I would probably blend it with something a little bit pinker, though it would probably be a really beautiful color for fall. And again, this is Super Cindy. Now we get to the shades that I love from this collection. And the matte texture of these lipsticks, stunning. Like they're really a comfortable matte. They're kind of in between like a matte and a cream. All right, this one is Tell Laura. Okay, this, I like, when I pulled it out of the box, I was like, this color is so beautiful. I was like freaking out and I had to put it on immediately. And it is a Fire Engine Red. It is, you know what? It is more even orange than it is red. This is, for those of you that like, I'm going to bring it to a matte color. You love like Lady Danger or Morange. This is your jam. That is orange and stunning. I love it. And it's funny because I've had people tell me like, I like you better in blue reds. And I'm like, I appreciate that. I like myself better in orange reds. I mean, I wear blue reds, but I don't know. I just, every time I put on an orange red, I'm like, I love it. And, but this is a stunning, stunning red. Such a good texture. I have worn this already throughout the day. It wears beautifully. It's not as long wearing as like a really intense matte, I will say. So it does kind of move around like when you eat and that sort of thing. So I did need to reapply, but the base color was there. I mean, it's definitely going to stain your lips. A color like this will stain your lips, which is fine with me. I mean, it's not a Too Faced melted matte liquid lipstick, which stays on for like a week. So those are like bulletproof. They will not move at all. But this is definitely like a comfortable matte. Something that if you don't want to commit totally and you want something that's going to last a while, but you're not going to need, 10 cleansers to get off. Something like this would really be great. And again, this was Tell Laura. Final one is Karina's Love, of the ones that I have here. There are a few more shades, but these are the ones that I have. This is Karina's Love. And, definitely more sheer. Like, as I'm applying it, I'm needing to go over it a few times. Interesting. This feels much more sheer, but still beautiful. This is more of a raspberry, I would say. Like a really beautiful, sorry, Elmo's like scratching right next to me. He's like walking around the room, scratching away, annoying me. This is a beautiful, beautiful raspberry shade. And if you don't want to, well, it's starting to turn. Obviously it's, like, is it raspberry? Is it red? I would say it's not completely red. It does it's in between a red and a raspberry. How about that? But it's really beautiful. And it definitely is a little more blue. So it's almost a little more of a classic red. You don't get the deepness with like a typical classic red. That's why I say it has a little more raspberry to it and a little more of a pink undertone, I would say. But still a really, really beautiful color. But I felt that it was a little more sheer when I first started putting it on. But the texture, so creamy for these. Highly recommend. And once again, let me finish the name, Karina's Love. Moving on to the Makeup Forever Artist Rouge Matte. So I have quite a few shades here. I have some crazy ones and I have some neutral ones. And some kind of bold shades, neutral shades, and then two crazy ones. So let's try all the ones that I have. There are tons of shades in this formulation, but these are the only ones that I have. First, let's start with C105. These are going to be numbers. That's Makeup Forever. They always do numbers. And this is a real milky nude. And, more brown than the Kim K. West. Definitely more brown. More creamy than the Charlotte Tilbury. Full coverage, though. Definitely full coverage. This has more of a gray undertone, I would say. Definitely not a shade that I would gravitate towards. The texture's really, really nice, but this is definitely a little too gray for my taste. But I definitely feel, that's just me, but like I've said before in past videos, like I've seen girls rock kind of like a grayish nude, and it just looks beautiful. So this one, again, is C105. All right, moving on to a bolder nude. This is C211, so it's a little bit more bolder. And It's more, It's more, Like, it is more plummy. This is definitely more of a plummy nude. Once again, the texture, really, really creamy. Feels wonderful on the lips. I have a feeling that these will probably be quite long wearing. This color is not really my jam. This is probably not something I'd wear, though if I did, it would definitely be a beautiful fall shade, but it's a little too, I don't know, like I said, too plummy. I don't tend to go for kind of plummy pinks, but like I said, I think a color like this could be really beautiful for a lot of people, especially someone that is used to wearing kind of a little bit of a stronger lip and doesn't wear much other makeup, but wants a lip that's not red, not deep burgundy, but not nude, and wants something that kind of pulls their whole look together. This is the perfect kind of lip for that. And again, this was C211. You can tell these shades are pigmented, but not crazy pigmented, because my lips are not turning completely purple like they have in past videos. All right, we got a red here. We got a red, ladies and gentlemen. M401. Really think I'm gonna like this shade. The bullet on these lipsticks is interesting. It's very pointy at the top, which I don't have an exceptionally high kind of little bow here, so it kind of have to be careful I don't like draw up too high. This is a nice color. Oh, that's a beautiful red. This I would like classify as a real classic red. Kind of falls in between a red and an orange to kind of be a really perfect classic red. Texture is really, really beautiful. M401. A nice bold burgundy plum here. This is C506. It's gonna be dark. It is gonna be dark and purpley on me. And it is. So this would be a shade, I don't know if it's totally my jam. It's definitely a lot of people's jams though, because I can see this on a lot of girls looking stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's on my teeth. Well, okay. Little more high maintenance, as most deep lips are. Really kind of a vampy, kind of deep purple-y plum lip, which I think is really beautiful. If I were to wear something like this, and I do have colors this deep, I like to blot it down like 4 or 5 times so that it's more of a stain, and then I definitely find it more wearable. So this one is C506. And then just because they sent me these 2 shades, let's just do it for giggles. This one is C502. It's this milky purple. You know, this is not for me. Holy cow. But you know, whatever. I'll still wear it and show it to you guys. Because, in all honesty, I've seen a lot of girls wear colors like this. I mean, everyone's, you know, idea of like what shade they like and what their normal is different. And I totally love that. So, yes, that is a grayish purple. Goodness. I don't even know what to say with that. It just takes my breath away in a strange way. So it's definitely very unique, and I mean, for Halloween, really cool. But I've seen, like I said, I've seen a lot of girls wear really unique colors, and it looks like magnificent on them. So again, this crazy color, C502. All right, I got another fun one up my sleeve. This is the final one, C603. This is like a deep blue, and yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Well, it's blue. It is blue. It is like Ice Princess blue. And a little metallic, you know, for fun. Actually, I don't know if it's really metallic. It looks metallic, but I don't know if just the creaminess of the lipstick. This is C603. And I'll leave it on for the rest of the video just because we don't ever get to see me in fun colors like this. So, live a little merry. Okay, so I hope you found this helpful, and I will make sure to link all the products I talked about below, along with the colors that I've tried in order. So you guys can reference that below. And it was the Charlotte Tilbury, the Clé de Peau, and the Makeup Forever. And I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.